One of my favourite things about working as a clinical psychologist in general practice, as I do, is that I'm never quite sure who's coming through the door next. It could be someone who heads up a big business, it could be someone who's really having a very hard life, it could be a 70-year-old, it could be an 8-year-old. That final group is one of the groups where you have to work very differently though. You can't just sit one-on-one with an 8-year-old and have a conversation about their life and do cognitive behavioural therapy. They're not going to go for that. So what I normally do is maybe get on the Nintendo Wii, you can see that's in the background there, maybe play some Mario Kart, maybe play some Minecraft on the computer. And when you engage with kids that way, they will talk, they will play, but they'll also talk at the same time. And you can slip ideas in. You can say, well, I've got this, I'm working with this 9-year-old, and yeah, he had this problem, and then he decided to do this about it. What do you think about that? And you'll get a reply from them, oh yeah, that sounds, yeah, I suppose, or something like that. But they're processing it, yeah? So when you're working like that, you're working very indirectly. If I'm doing CBT or ACT or something, or exposure therapy with an adult client, I'm working very directly. In fact, I can be quite blunt. But with kids, you have to work indirectly. And because of that, it can take a while. You might really get 10 to 15 minutes of what you'd call classical therapy in a 1-hour session with a kid. So it can take longer, it can take a while. You have to establish that relationship. You have to establish that you're somebody who's worth talking to and who will listen, which are assumptions that adults make all the time when they come to therapy. Kids don't make those assumptions. Kids don't assume that just because I'm wearing a collared shirt I'm worth listening to. So you have to establish that. And you have to have fun with kids, because I think everybody learns more when they're having fun. So yeah, working with kids is very different, takes longer, very satisfying when it works though, because if you can help somebody early in their life, then those lessons carry on for decades and wash down to the next generation.